Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I'm Brad Reed doing the intro this week because Cameo's gone.
Yeah.
In fact, he overstepped his bounds so much that I was like, you know what? You're on hiatus, Cameo. So,
Permanent, temporary hiatus. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
He'll be back before our season finale, which is next week.
The season finale?
Yeah. We had our first season, which went on, I think, 2 years.
Yeah.
And then we kind of shook things up a little. So we were like, you know what? Let's call it season 2. And now that I feel like, because next week we're going to really get into Endgame.
Yeah.
And after that, that's a good way to just say.
And that's
end of
season
the
3?
Season? Yeah,
okay.
season 2. Well, season 3 will be the show after.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
all right. Cool.
So we're on the season finale eve show.
That's a heck of a long season.
Yeah, it is. That's how we do it. We just I don't even know what the episodes are.
Is that like Game of Thrones? Like winter is
Yeah.
that season?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
pretty much. Yeah. You're hearing and seeing on the video Buck Berlin.
Hi.
Owner operator of New World Comics here in Oklahoma City, just south of 63rd Street on Meridian. And man, you guys always have great stuff going on in the store. We are kind of we did Free Comic Book Day was our last show.
Yeah.
And it wiped everyone out so bad that we were on like a little break.
Yeah.
And now we're back. And so we are going to do a full show coming up next week. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of like actual comics and other things. But yeah.
Yeah. But this week, a few things happened that we were like, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do this show. And, we'll have our nerd updates here in just a little bit. But Cameo will be back next week and all that. So you'll get your full deep dive on the Avengers, our spoiler.
Right.
Yeah. So that should have probably given everybody time.
Yes.
If you aren't seeing it by now, you don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell everybody some of the things that are coming up at New World Comics.
So we have the superhero schools every other Saturday, but every Saturday in May we have the Avengers.
Right.
But by the time this will show, it'll, one more week of Avengers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Monthly we have the Comedy Fight League.
Oh yeah. And is that coming up this weekend?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
So the 19th, May 19th.
18th. What's today? Yeah, 18th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
May 18th. I'm endeavoring. We're recording this on a Friday night. I'm hoping to put this up tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight then.
Yeah.
Be there.
As long as you're listening to this or watching it on May 18th.
Yeah. We're adding a lot of new stuff for the show, so it's going to be very impressive now.
Nice.
Not that it wasn't before, but we're starting to pull out stops.
Hey, the more you do it, the better anything gets.
Yes.
So, except for this podcast, I feel like we're.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I think you may have overstayed your welcome.
Oh, really?
But,
yeah. Well, here's the equipment. Y'all just have at it.
All right. Next podcast, guaranteed improvement.
Yes. Guaranteed, though? I don't know.
Guaranteed, or your money back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Your money back. And, of course, New World Comic Con right around the corner. Do you feel like you get enough break between Free Comic Book Day and because I know people are like, well, that's July, but that'll be here before you know it.
It doesn't matter what I think.
It's coming.
I do it for everyone else.
Right. Oh, I see. So you want to spread it out, huh? We won't get into it.
Yeah. That's the thing about all this. It doesn't matter what I need. I do it for everyone else.
Yeah.
So,
well,
as long as I feel excited about it and can give it my all.
Yeah.
Then by God, that's what everyone's getting.
It's so good, though. It's so fun. So everybody should put this on your calendars. I believe that's July 27th.
That's right.
Yeah. It's the day after my birthday, so
good thing we missed your birthday.
Mm-hmm. I know. Last year, some of our I don't like to call people fans because I just say they're our friends.
Thank you, fans.
Yeah, but some of our friends of the show, they watch. Brought me some birthday gifts to the.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to the Comic-Con. That was awesome.
But yeah, we have fans.
Yeah. Well, I want them to all know that I don't think like we're something and they're the fans. Like we're all,
Oh,
Cool.
I'm something, baby. No,
You
no,
know,
I know
yeah.
what you mean.
It's a community.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Which is also like, one of my favorite things about the comic book shop is the community that surrounds, the shop. And you see some faces and you might, it's always kind of good surprises to me because I know a lot of the people around the shop, but I haven't sat down and talked to every one of them. And every time I do, like I find out kind of something new or, like people that I was like, man, I should have talked to them a long time ago.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's really cool to see like the friendships that spark here at the store and that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, it's a great store. So New World Comics, come and check it out. Lots of good stuff. Where should they check out? To keep a schedule of things and everything.
Always check our Facebook page.
Facebook.
That's, it's linked to our Twitter and our Instagram. So,
okay, yeah. And of course, you get the New World Comics podcast also on the Facebook, YouTube, all the podcast places you can find this show. And this one, man, we were actually watching a little clip that's going to be shown in the podcast before the show, and I was like, oh no, Buck's not going to be able to do the show. He's verklempt, as they say.
Yeah, because our guest was Brad Cage, and man, he gave me one of the greatest gifts I've ever received, and probably will ever receive.
Yeah,
yeah.
And so, yeah, you definitely want to watch the video, listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
watch the video, though, if you can, because you'll get
it's life-changing, and man, I started crying just watching the thing.
Yeah, it was
God.
an emotional show. And actually, you've told this story a couple times that I've heard it, but I didn't know it was Brad Cage.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to see the face, and I knew who Brad was already.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to see it. Okay, now I'm hearing the story with his perspective.
Right.
And so watch the podcast. It'll be available probably by the time you see this one. Or hear this one. And so I think that's going to bring us to a couple nerd updates real quick. This is like one of those
abridged.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's an abridged one, but it's like a special edition, breaking news. We have to do a podcast.
Or else.
Yeah, for the fans.
Yes, or else they fire us.
Yeah. But big news, and actually it's kind of funny because the last show we were doing Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
And it was like we were doing the show at 1 a.m. and I was like, man, let's find a few topics to talk about because sometimes there's news, sometimes there's not. And so we were talking about that there was a couple of people who were the front runners for the Batman job.
Yeah.
And turns out those people that we mentioned weren't even the one.
Right.
It was Robert Pattinson, but we did mention that he was still in the running.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You know what I wonder? Did they put it out there because they were wanting Robert to sign? And so they were like, well, we're talking to Nicholas Hoult. We're talking to Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is it Aaron or Aaron Johnson Taylor? I can't remember. Either way. And because even this all broke yesterday.
Yeah.
And even yesterday, it was like, okay, Robert Pattinson's the new Batman. And then I'm like, oh, wow, okay, let me post that on Nerdz to Men. Now it's like he's still in the running, but they're also considering Nicholas Hoult. So I think even up until yesterday, it might have been like,
right.
Hey, if you want this deal, you better sign it now.
Yeah.
And so then they announced it. And I'm pretty sure at this moment, we've got Robert Pattinson as the next Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, man, we've had higher caliber actors do worse jobs when we've had lower caliber actors do amazing jobs.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of, when I first heard that it might be Robert Pattinson on our shows, we talked about it. We were like, is he going to sparkle? Is the Batman going to sparkle?
No.
Yeah. But I defended it because I was like, I've seen a few of his movies lately. I think I've only seen one Twilight movie. So for some of the people that are hung up on the fact that he was, a vampire.
I mean, look at Natalie Portman and how awful she was in the prequel movies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you hear Natalie Portman, everyone perks up and they're like, oh, she's great, I love her.
Yeah.
And it's, so, look at George Clooney. Everyone's like, oh man, George Clooney, he's one of the greatest actors in Hollywood. He's, he was the worst Batman.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's been a minute since I've seen that one because I think by that time that was that Joel Schumacher?
Yeah.
That one when I was a kid, it was still zany enough that as a kid you're like, that's okay. But now as an adult, I probably need to watch it with my my film critic
and,
hat on.
The big complaint about Ben Affleck being Batman is the fact that Ben Affleck was Batman. Because I mean, hey, what's the worst part about Ben Affleck being Batman? Like, tell me what your actual complaint is. And I don't hear anything. Everyone's like, "Well, it's Ben Affleck."
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
now he looked like an older Bruce Wayne. He looked like a super tough old Batman.
And he has that kind of, like I said, my Batman is kind of not he's not the nicest guy. Yeah. Because he has to be.
Yeah.
And so I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I just never thought we got the right movie for him.
Right. It was the bad director and bad source material, or bad material for him to work with.
Yeah, and then they couldn't save it. At least with Ben Affleck. So now they're getting Robert Pattinson. Now he's younger, a Batman. And we've had even some talk in the shop. What if it's a Batman Beyond with
I
Keaton as the older Batman? I doubt it too, because that's one of those things that's too good to be true. But that doesn't mean it would never happen that we would get that movie.
I think that they would go much younger for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So. Well, what we do know is that it's going to take place in Arkham.
Yeah, and we hear that it is first and foremost a detective story, which is really exciting.
That is exciting.
We've never seen that with Batman.
No, because
really.
Keaton's was a vigilante.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got it in the Christian Bale movies, but like they were kind of spoon feeding you along the way, like, oh, look at him detect this.
Yeah, and really, like, wasn't Lucius Fox
Lucius Fox? Yeah,
Lucius. Yeah, he was really his detective.
Yeah,
so, but yeah, so more of the detective. Yeah,
right.
I like that.
Yeah. I look forward to it. I'm guessing since he has kind of the more gammon features, you're going to get a sharper looking Batman, like longer ears, pointer nose, probably the shoulder spikes.
That jives with something that I was thinking. Okay, so this week I was reading. You had recommended to me the Arkham
Asylum.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Okay, so the art in that. Think about that, Batman.
It's wild. Yeah, it's great.
And that could be Robert Pattinson, could it not?
Oh, yeah, totally.
I mean,
yeah.
So this is all coming together,
Yeah.
Listen, I said on my Facebook page, I think that I'm excited, because we're getting a Batman movie.
Yeah.
I like Matt Reeves, so I trust him.
Yeah.
And with Robert Pattinson, I'm not losing my. I wouldn't eat anyway. I'm kind of a Buddhist about it. Like, what would be the good of getting all upset anyway?
I mean, listen. When I heard all about the Fantastic Four movies, or movie, the worst one, I could tell from the get-go that it was not going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So far, nothing's pinging that radar.
Well, the thing is. I said that I'm not telling you I'm confident he can pull off Batman.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm confident that he's an actor enough that I'm going to go with at least till I see a daily or a trailer, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, and honestly, how much acting does Batman have to do?
You don't have to do a lot,
yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
So, but I think. And, I'm not going to be able to give you a film critic's review of his last few movies, but I have seen a few of his indie flicks lately. And like I said, I'm not worried about him as an actor.
Yeah.
But I don't say that means he's going to be Batman, because we've talked about it.
Right.
Great actors. Here's some comments that people, and the people that have commented to me and online haven't been that bad. I've heard some people that are petitioning. Like, oh my God.
I'm about to unfriend someone just because they won't stop posting and like, I'll fight you, Robert Pattinson. Like, man, just leave him alone.
I mean,
if someone was like, hey, we'll give you more than $1 million to play Batman, the answer to that is yes.
Yes.
I don't care if I'm not right for it.
All the yeses.
Give me $1 million and I get to be Batman.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever.
My buddy David Kelso, he's on man, what's the KOMA here
Is
in
he?
Oklahoma City? Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So he was on in the afternoons if you want to check him out. Great guy. I've done radio with him. He said, "No, stop it. Batman is not a sparkly douchebag."
Sparkly, no.
Yeah.
Douchebag, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He kind of is. I said, to be fair, neither is Robert Pattinson, that we know of.
Yeah.
He played one a few times, but that's what actors do.
Yeah.
He said, no, Luke Skywalker will always be Luke. Doesn't matter what movie he's in. The guy will always be an emo vampire, even in the Batmobile. I'll still see it, but this downgrades it to when it's out on iTunes. Now, Kelso, I have to say, if you're going to see it when it comes out on iTunes, we're not in the same kind of like debate here, because I'm going to go see it day one no matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, I get you. Michael Keaton will always be Mr. Mom. Christian Bale will always be that kid from Empire of the Sun. And Ben Affleck will always be Bomb and Phantom Joe. But he did say that his Batman will always be Michael Keaton. And so somebody else said, oh, hell no. But yeah, so I mean, people commented on our Nerds to Men page too. Because, we were kind of proud that we've been calling this for a while.
Yeah.
That's why you should listen to Nerds to Men. But yeah, so, that was actually on the Nerds to Men page. I have one too that people were commenting. Overall, people aren't losing their minds though, Some people were on the fence. Yeah, they just, but the thing is that everybody keeps comparing him to Edward.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And the guy's an actor, so
Yeah.
let's get over that.
I mean, some people are great actors that give some terrible performances. Like, let's go back to the episode or the prequels. The guy who played Anakin, what's his name?
The later Anakin.
Yeah, the older one.
Hayden
Christensen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, watch a movie called Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, like
that's not the. Oh wait, no, never mind.
It's the one where he's the lying journalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he's
So.
amazing. Watch that and then come at me. Like,
Alton Alexander, he said, I didn't like the idea of Ben playing the Bat, but I think he nailed it. I'll wait to pass judgment on Rob till I see him in action. That's all I ask for.
yeah. Well, and honestly, most of it's going to be stunt people. It's superhero movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Andrew Spino, Spino.
Yeah.
He said, I thought Val Kilmer would be a great Batman, so I guess you never know how these things might work out. And, like I said, when I was young, I knew it wasn't a good Batman movie, but I didn't really hate Val Kilmer. I never thought he looked like Batman.
Right.
Or especially Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, particularly. Yeah, for me, you have to sell like the Bruce Wayne for me. But I think this take of Batman, we're probably not going to see much Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that. We think that it's going to be kind of heavy on the Catwoman and the Penguin.
That's the rumor right now. Like Josh Gad says that he desperately wants to be Penguin.
He needs to be, because ever since he's been kind of campaigning for it, I could see him being Penguin.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people since Danny DeVito that I really love as in theory as the Penguin.
There was one, but he's kind of pushing up daisies at the moment that I was like, yeah, he'd be great.
Who was that?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He would have been a great Penguin.
He's got a little bit of that Weekend at Bernie's problem going on, but
oh, Lord. Terrible.
Yeesh.
But yeah, so
Oof, as the kids say.
But we got I put this on the table if you're watching the video, the Batman, the Tom King Batman.
Yeah.
With Penguin.
Yeah,
I'm just putting a couple pieces here together. I want you to think about this idea. Tom King on his Twitter keeps mentioning that he's been meeting with movie producers.
Ooh.
Do you think that there could be any tie between him and these movies? Like, does he get any input? Does he,
Probably,
or is this just a total different thing that he's working on?
Probably a total different thing.
I would love it if he was getting like,
oh, me too. Yeah.
Hey, help us a little bit with the script or, whatever.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'd love it.
Yeah, but probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were talking about this before the show. You think the script's probably already done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I'd say that most of it's probably done.
Okay. Well, I can't wait. It's coming out 2020.
Yeah.
So it's still a little ways, but it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, from what I understand, the script is like the first thing that they're like, yes, go.
Yeah. So, but like I say, you're kind of with me that people need to quit overreacting.
Yeah, I mean, think of where we are now in like comic movies and nerd stuff. They don't get it wrong often.
Yeah.
I mean, it is DC. They have kind of the worst track record currently.
What's some that they whiffed on? Like, Halle Berry as
entire
Catwoman?
show of Gotham.
Well, like casting wise, though.
Halle Berry, the entire show of Gotham.
Although the guy who played Penguin, he didn't look anything like him, but he did a great job.
Oh, he acted the hell out of what they gave him.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, the entire show of Gotham. No. Yeah, Halle Berry as Catwoman.
Was that a casting boof, or was that just like that was just a bad movie anyway?
The whole damn thing's a mess.
Right.
It's yeah.
So like some
and then Shaquille O'Neal as Steel, like that. I mean, we're going way back when.
Yeah.
Let's go 20, 30 years now. Like it's
yeah.
No.
I'm sure people would say Jared Leto as the Joker.
Definitely.
I still say in theory that could have worked.
I mean, in theory, it could have worked, and then they damaged him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the Juggalo Joker.
Eesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot like the kid that they got to play Ezra Miller for the Flash. He was absolutely wrong for the Flash. Like there's so many other characters.
He's wrong for the
for.
Flash, but he was right for what they wanted. I feel like
I don't know.
I still think they wanted.
It
He was their
still
version
not a
of
great
Tom Holland.
Movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think what they wanted was a great movie, and they chose the wrong everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
He would have been great.
I mean, like the cast alone, like I agree with everyone else there except for Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Like Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Aqua Drogo, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Jason Momoa.
Jason Meow Meow.
Well, you bring up Jason Momoa and you called him Drago, so
Yeah.
let's jump over into Game of Thrones real quick.
That show about aliens.
Yep, that's it.
Think about it. It's on a different planet. You're watching a show about aliens.
Is it on a different planet?
Yeah, man, it's not Earth.
That's Earth.
No, it's not Earth.
A long time ago.
Is it? Because like the land formation's way different.
Well, yeah, all the land was together back then.
Yeah, not like that. And then Winter's that. Yeah, no, man.
I never really thought
dragons?
about
Yeah.
what Earth that was on, because I mean, it's also got dragons and zombies, and so
ice zombies. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's man, you're watching a show about aliens.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's you blew my mind. Well, the series finale is tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And-
I bet you someone dies.
Oh, I'm sure.
Call it a hunch.
Well,
I
that's
bet you someone gets naked,
Oh yeah,
and I bet you someone dies. Maybe in that order.
yeah.
It'd be really weird if it was
Ooh.
in other order.
Because
then
we need to put together like a pool of where people can,
Listen, man, this is a family-friendly show. I feel I'm skirting the line a lot right now.
Yeah, well, you are. But I'm saying like one of those squares where they pick, and if they get naked and killed in that order, they win a
bingo.
Yeah.
I still stand by my previous claim that they're just going to take all the pieces that were cut off of other characters and sew them all together and imbue them with magic, and that will be the person who kings the throne.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, I haven't watched the show since the first season.
No, so this is
It got
definitely
so sad, so I had to quit it. I know I'm wrong, and I'm not like, oh, I don't watch the show. It's just that.
No, yeah.
But this is just me being dumb and having fun for everyone else's
you can't
enjoyment.
watch every show, man. There's a lot of them out there.
I mean, you could.
Well, you could. You might not have enough money to do anything else.
Or a life.
Yeah.
Or a wife.
That's
Yeah.
also where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But people have hated so much some of the things that they've done this season.
Really?
That they
It's
are
like-
also petitioning to have it redone.
Isn't it 5 episodes or something
Yeah.
like that? Wow.
Well, but I read somewhere that somebody said you didn't, just be honest, you didn't want it to end, period, and that's why no ending is good enough for you.
The things that I've heard so far, which I guess, spoiler alert.
Man, yeah. Spoiler alert, because we're right up to it, and I know some people haven't. So if you haven't been watching this season, let's just say pause it and come back.
I'll get through it in the next minute. Yeah, I hear that the youngest Stark daughter gets naked.
Yeah.
Like that, everyone's losing their mind about that.
Yep. Semi-naked.
They killed a dragon.
Yeah.
And someone burned up a city and killed a whole bunch of characters.
Innocent people too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. No, that's all good. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Those are the three things that people are like, can you believe that happened? And I said, I believe it because you're telling me.
There's a few, there's been a couple characters that did die that I think people were disappointed in the manner that they died.
I mean, it's Game of Thrones, man. Like that's the, I mean, like I wasn't happy. I guess season 1 spoiler when Ned Stark lost a little weight above his shoulders.
Yeah.
Or when Drogo died. Yeah, like those were the two guys that I was like, yeah. Oh, they died, and like that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I quit the show. Like I was like, I'm not signing up for that.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watched it this far, you signed up for it.
You did.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if you don't like it, then wait for the books to come out.
Yeah.
Finish that,
or watch another show about aliens.
But just enjoy it for what it is. This is their version of it.
Yeah.
And it's just weird how I feel like people really feel like they have some kind of odd ownership of the things that they're fans of.
I mean, in a way, they kind of do.
I understand the idea of them being like a stakeholder in the fact that they have a stake in this,
in the success of the thing. So I mean, they kind of do, and they do kind of own it. Like it is.
It affects them in a way, but in another way. I mean, think about the greatest painting you've ever seen. I mean, it's probably a good thing we weren't there the whole time telling the artist, like, I didn't like that you used that. Or
I mean, it's kind of a whole different thing because, I mean, this is a series thing that they were only able to get to this point because of the fan support.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, so now at the very end, it's we don't really care about the fan support because they don't need it anymore.
Well, but I don't know that they don't care. I mean, I haven't been disappointed.
I mean, I would say that they shouldn't care as much as what the fans think is that they want to put out the quality of show that they have.
You put out the best show, and I'll be a fan of it.
Right. So I think that they may have done this to get fans ready for whatever's coming next.
Yeah. Well, there are a bunch of prequels coming out too, and
right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I know how it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. But the series premiere or finale. I'm sorry, and I may have said premiere earlier. The finale. It's the finale. It's over.
Finale, yeah.
Okay. It's all over after tomorrow, which saddens me greatly because trepidatious about spinoffs. Sometimes they just don't have the same magic.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you get a Frasier. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, and I understand that, magic is a key element to the show. So, hey.
Yeah. Hey, on the table, I just pulled a few comics real quick because we don't really have an book. Yeah, we'll have one next week.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll get back to all that, and we'll catch everyone up on what they've been missing.
But I do have the Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, number 1.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing this one up is I watched the movie the other day.
You watched the full thing?
I didn't watch. I'm probably 20 minutes from the end.
Oh, wow.
But because I fell asleep. But that is not a knock on the movie. I just started watching it pretty late. Because actually, I was a little disappointed. I thought that DC Universe was going to have the movie.
Oh, yeah. No. If you have the DC app, they'll put out the digital copy to trick everyone that doesn't know how it works into buying it, and then it'll be free the same day that the DVD's released.
See, I went ahead because I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it. Searched everywhere, couldn't find it. Got on Amazon. It's available. It's $19. I was like, I'm going to watch it. So I went ahead and bought it.
They just got your money.
They did.
They just got your money.
And I'm going to watch it, though. But, I'm going to go watch that with my nephews. I'm going to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Okay? But, yeah, so.
And, I'll just watch it, when's it, June 7th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's when it comes out on everything else. So, but I'm really excited about seeing the end of it, and I really thought it was a really good movie. It was a good Batman movie. It was a good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. All around, I enjoyed it. So, and the animated movies, they're a little more grown up, but this one wasn't too grown up.
Good. Yeah, because it's really weird. It's like hearing a little kid swear.
Yeah.
It's oh, come on. You know better than that.
Yeah. No, this one wasn't. It wasn't. I think there was one of those Teen Titan movies where Robin and Starfire are pretty.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And
it wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't like that.
Yeah, and then there's the Batman Harley Quinn movie, which is just god awful.
But this one would be. I feel like the adults will enjoy it, and the kids will enjoy it. There's also Easter eggs. Look out for those.
I mean, it's everything that like 5-year-old me was like. So this is what's going on, guys.
Yeah. Man, I wish we'd have had those movies when I was young.
Oh, I know, right?
These are so good. I have these Robins up here.
Oh, so as a store owner that's responsible with what his customers are reading, don't read these. They're terrible.
No, actually, you know why I have these?
Because you like the covers?
Because the Robin was very influential on me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved these comic books.
Well, I mean, like this one, it's okay, but like Robin 2, Robin 3,
yeah.
Joker's what? They're awful. Like,
are they?
Like this one, it's okay. I take it back. The first Robin miniseries, the Chuck Dixon, it's gets you to where you need to be with Tim Drake.
Yeah,
shows you all that.
What I loved about these was because like this is 91, so
yeah.
I'm probably 11 or 12. And they kind of imaged Robin. He's got like a cooler, more updated haircut.
Yeah, and he has pants.
Yeah, that's right. And so I was like, wow, I like. And then I started really relating to the character.
Yeah.
In different ways that we don't have enough time to talk about now. But man, these Robin ones, like when I was young, I didn't collect many comic books, like because I would get them. I didn't get them in runs. I'd see them at the store here and there. But every time I could find a Robin one, and I'd spend all my time doodling pictures because, I think, it was just me starting to become a young man. And,
yeah, but like this one of the Robin 2, Robin 3.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're looking for good Robin stuff, I can recommend you some great Robin stuff.
All right.
This is not it.
Well, don't take my word for it because I didn't read. I probably didn't get to those.
Yeah, but
these.
Yeah, that one it's fine.
Yeah, I was actually
yeah, it's good. The 2 and 3 are terrible, and then when he got his own series, that's when it gets great.
Mm-hmm.
That's man.
Hey, we'll finish on this. I did see the Hush trailer, and we'll talk a lot about that next week too.
That works because I have not.
I'm very excited. That one's coming out later on this year. But I was convinced the Matt Reeves movie was going to be Hush.
Nah, man.
Man, I was really hoping it would be. But I don't think, even if they scrapped everything and did it and we're going to do something different than the Arkham, I don't think it would be now because of the animated movie, right?
Right. Well, and I mean, the other rumor other than Arkham is that it's going to be Court of Owls. But I think it's going to be Arkham.
Please don't do Court of Owls. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's great, but it'd be kind of weird, and they probably wouldn't commit to it like the comics did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talon
would be pretty dope, though.
It would. I wonder if who Talon ends up being would actually be in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you don't know, read the comics. Don't Google it. That's worthless. Yeah. Because you'll be like,
They're Googling it right now.
Yeah, it works better when you read the story. I swear to God.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. That's pretty good breaking news episode. Yes. So let us know in the comments what you think about Robert Pattinson. Do you think people are losing their minds? Do you think they should just give him a chance? That's where I think we stand.
Yeah, leave Brittany alone.
I love it. All right. Well, for Buck and I am Brad Reed, I will take Cameo's line this week. Keep it nerdy.
Dirt man for life.